Well, actually, in Rhode Island, we saw this coming, obviously, a year ago, and the risk that was there in front of us. And because Rhode Island is one of those states on the end of the spectrum that is so heavily dependent on the federal program, that we actually have a lot of our federal money tied up in Garvey debt. And we've gone through advanced construction on a number of larger projects. So our existing commitments that are on the plate already, from the Garvey debt service to the existing projects, those in themselves we have to use 2014 monies to cover our obligations in 2014 and 2015. So we stopped advertising new projects that would have depended on 2014 money in order to save it because of the risk on 2015. And so that we did that back in the fall. We're advertising projects now with a caveat that we're not going to award them until the federal Highway Trust Fund issue has been resolved, because the state would be in a position, if it's delayed for any length of period of time, the state would be in a position of having to fund those projects without any revenue to do it, and we cannot put the state in that kind of situation. So, partly that's a risk that Rhode Island carries because of the limited state investment in transportation. That's something we're working on at the state level, but that takes time, takes a lot of discussion with the General Assembly. But it's a real impact for us already. Luckily, we've had prior obligation authority from 2013, some old earmark funds, so we've had a program to put out this year. But come October, 0 projects. And in a state like Rhode Island where the economy is still suffering, it's a slower rebound than much of the rest of the country. The jobs that are created by the transportation industry, those are real loss. That will be a real loss to an already weak economy. Not to mention the fact that the infrastructure that is in a state of disrepair is just going to get that much further behind. So this is an issue that's affecting us right now, and we're very anxious that Congress resolves this. We would like to see it obviously resolved for a long term, but if the uncertainty rolls into the fall, we're virtually in shutdown mode in Rhode Island. We're going to be by the end of the year, we're turning off the lights.